All right, good evening, everybody. Hope everybody's doing all right tonight. We're gonna get started in just a little bit. Still getting a few things double checked on our end, make sure that everything's working correctly. We've got a couple people on standby who are helping out with the technical support, just in case you guys are having trouble seeing things or getting into the chat room. And I'm going to get logged into the chat room myself real quick here. And we should be getting started in about 3 minutes, give or take. Hope you're all having a great evening. It should be almost 8 o'clock on the East Coast. It's just about 5 p.m. here on the West Coast. We're getting ready for sunset in about 45 minutes or so. If you're in the chat room, I'm going to be in there in just a second. Let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me okay. And then I want to know where you guys are joining us from. So let me know in the chat room where you guys are from. All right, we got about 40 people here. Fry says she's from the Chicago area. Good to see you. Welcome. Sticks Knitter from Lawrenceville, Georgia, I guess near Atlanta. Up late in UK from England, all right. Rising Sun from Long Beach. Very cool, right nearby. Let's see, Evo's from Colorado, hello. Pug Mom from Michigan. We've got another guest from Colorado. Kat from Key West. Dusk in Oracle says that she can see and hear just fine, great. And joining us from Tucson, Arizona. I love Tucson. We were just there about a year ago. Sarah from Indianapolis, Afraid Not from Alaska, another guest from San Francisco Bay, Colorado Crochet, I'm gonna guess from Colorado. Julie Smith says that it's cool to see people from the UK. Eve from Southwest Minnesota, we've got a Canadian with us, some Green Bayers, someone from New Jersey, Rain Twist from Ontario, Anne from Ontario, Knitting Dancer from Alabama, Anna from Ohio, Dia from Arkansas. Julie says, is Colorado the knitting state? Kind of, yeah, right? That's where Interweave's based, so, and Craftsy. Let's see. Extall Jackson from Eugene, Oregon. Ross from Peru. Rona from Washington, outside of Seattle. Olivia from the Twin Cities, Minnesota. That's great. Wow, we've got people from all over. So really great to have you all here with us. So let's get started. My name is Johnny Vasquez. I am the head honcho here at Argyle Sheep. And some of you may know me from our other site, News Today. And tonight we are going to be doing our very first live unboxing of the Black Sheep Society kits for February that we are just about ready to get shipped out. So we've been waiting on a few items to arrive, and they're pretty much all here. And now we are just in the process of finishing all the packing. As you'll see, it's a pretty laborious process, but that's because we wanted to put a lot of attention to detail with these kits and really do something that we're not seeing in the space at all, and sort of elevate the experience of the subscription box, particularly in the crafting space. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. If you're not familiar with Argyle Sheep, we are an online craft store that focuses on knitting, crochet, and sewing. And so the Black Sheep Society is a monthly subscription box that we are just launching. This is our first month, or this last month is our first month. What we do at the Black Sheep Society is we curate crafting kits, craft-along kits. So we select materials to go with designs. Most of our designs are unique, exclusive designs just for this club. So you can't get them anywhere else except for our sewing patterns. Our sewing patterns right now we are curating from other indie design houses. But we are actually working with our in-house design team on preparing patterns for publication. So you're going to see us transition to some exclusive in-house designs probably in the next 6 months or so. And we'll probably also hopefully be producing some of our own fabrics as well. So you have that to look forward to if you are big in sewing. We do 3 kits every month, a knitting kit, a crochet kit, and a sewing kit. And our every month has a theme. So we'll go over the themes for this month. And then as we release the contents of each box. And then we're also going to reveal the themes for next month. So that's the 2 big things that we're going to be doing tonight. We also will be answering any of your questions that you have about the Black Sheep Society, and we will be giving away at least 1 kit to one of you lucky people attending tonight. So in order for you to be eligible, you'll need to be logged into the chat room, and we will be selecting somebody at the end of the session. We're probably going to run about 45 minutes, depending on how many questions we have. So you'll want to stick around till the end to have a chance to win. We'll select the winner from the people that are in the chat, and then we will follow up with you with your redemption code shortly after. So thank you again so much for attending tonight. Before we get started on the actual unboxing, if anybody has any questions right now that are related to the Black Sheep Society, I'll take a quick minute to answer those, and we'll give people a chance to join us as well who are lagging behind. So. Oh, there's a good question. Someone says, are these eligible? Are they eligible for the giveaway in England? We're not shipping internationally right now, so you can't actually join the program just yet, and you wouldn't be eligible for the giveaway if you're in England either, or really anywhere outside of the U.S. And the reason why is when we were shipping out yarn for the crowdfunding campaign that we did for Pacifica Yarn Company, we ran into a lot of issues with importing the yarn overseas, and there being additional customs fees on top of what we did. And that's particularly because in the UK especially, there's a lot of taxes on the importation of wool. And so because our yarn has wool, and a lot of the yarns that we are going to be using in the kits have wool, we haven't figured out a good solution to address that problem, because we can't really, it's hard to know exactly how much those custom fees are going to be every month. So, and then it starts making the kits unaffordable. So, so that will also answer anybody's question that asks if we ship worldwide. We're working on it. We just aren't there yet. So, let's see. There was another question that was, can you change between boxes? We don't have a way for you to switch between knit, crochet, and sewing on the back end, but you can change your subscription length. So say you started out at 1 month and you decided that you really liked it and you wanted to get a whole year, then you can switch between those. And we're going to be introducing a new level tonight that we're going to tell you about at the end, and you'll be able to switch between that level and the regular level, the standard level, whenever you want, depending on, you know, however you feel, and you'll be able to just do that in the back end. So. I'm going to answer this one last question real quickly, and then we'll answer more questions at the end. So the kits, she asked, is the kits designed for intermediate levels? So, what we've done is these kits are geared towards a little bit more than beginner. I don't want to say advanced beginner, because that's not really a term. At least I don't view it as one. These are meant to be simple projects, something that's really fun and enjoyable, fashionable, and things that you're really going to want to wear. So we're not really doing a lot of complicated knitting, crochet, or sewing techniques. So I would say that they're anywhere from beginner to intermediate, but they're not going to be overly challenging. If you're an intermediate or an advanced in your skill level, this is going to be easy for you to do. So it's definitely not our goal for these to be incredibly challenging or taxing projects. We want them to just be fun, light, simple knitting, something that's easy for you to do, or simple projects that's easy for you to do while you're, you know, watching TV, although you might not be sewing while you're watching TV. So that is the answer to that question. I do want to answer more of your questions, but I'm going to jump into the unboxing right now. We have 3 boxes that we're going to be going through tonight, and then we'll open up for more questions after we're done with that. So please just hold on to your questions until then, unless it's about the particular kit that we're talking about. Otherwise, we'll stay up here as long as we need to answer the questions that you have. So let's see. Here is, you might have seen already, but I want to show you what you get when your package arrives. So this is our Black Sheep Society box. You can see it is hand wrapped in this nice black matte wrapping paper. Then we, you know, tie it with some cotton cord, and we had a custom black sheep seal made to secure it all together. So we wanted to make something that was just really beautiful and elegant when it arrived. Now, I'm not going to open up this package right here because I have some that are already unwrapped. But we're going to start with our sewing kit first. Okay? So once you unwrap your kit, this is what it looks like. Got a really nice label here. It says open me here. And there's a nice little dotted line. And it says you rock. So I'm going to take my letter opener and let's open this up. So the sewing kits are packed pretty tight because we put quite a bit of fabric in here. So here is your kit. In this kit we have the Grainline Studio pattern for the Lark Tee. And Grainline Studios is a really great independent sewing pattern company. This particular pattern comes with 4 different options. So you can see there's a t-shirt with a crew neck, a V-neck, scoop neck, and a boat neck. Then you have the cap sleeves, short sleeves, 3/4 length sleeved, and long sleeve options. Now I'm not going to open up the whole pattern, but the pattern sizes range from 0 to 18 on the back, but we give you enough fabric so that you can make the whole project. Okay, so let's take a look inside here. There is 3 yards of knit jersey fabric in a heathered gray. We also include some clover silk thread. This is really nice, high quality thread. And we've got a nice little packet of cedar in there. Smells really nice. And this is great to put in your in your drawer or like in your shoes to help it smell nice and soak up some of the odor. And it's also a bug repellent. So if you have any delicate fabric items, you can store it in there and it'll help repel any bugs. Now, one thing that this kit is missing, which will be in the kits that get shipped out, for those of you that selected the sewing option, is a download code for the video class that walks you through the entire pattern. So we've actually produced with our team in-house a step-by-step video class tutorial that will walk you through every part of the shirt pattern. It's the first sewing class that we've ever done. I have to say that it's one of the nicest classes that we've ever produced. We have some really great, very skilled ladies on our team that are very knowledgeable in the art of sewing, and they contributed a whole lot of their expertise to making that class very simple and easy to follow. So I want to show you one more thing before we move on to the next box, and that is a photo of what the shirt looks like on the model. So I'm gonna just pull up my desktop for you real quick. And this here is what the actual shirt pattern looks like. So this uses the scoop neck version of the collar and then a cap sleeve as well. So it's a very simple, basic t-shirt. And it's one of those projects where it's just super easy to do, but nobody ever really makes their own t-shirts, and now you'll be able to do that real easily. And if you're on the smaller size, you might have enough fabric to make more than one. Okay, so let's see if there are any. So a lot of people are saying that they just really love the packaging. And Julie says she wished she had gotten in for February. Well, there's still time to get in for March. So Julie also asked if all the projects are going to be for women. For the most part, the patterns are going to be unisex, but the sewing patterns are geared towards women. We may have some patterns that are unisex, but our audience is primarily women, and so that's most likely what we will be focusing on for the sewing patterns in particular. Evo says some of us are rounder than a size 18. You know, it's the biggest size that's available in the pattern. We didn't design that particular pattern, so I apologize on that. Let's see. All right, so let's move on to crochet. How about we do that? So we've got another box here. This one's already been unwrapped as well. So let's get out our trusty letter opener. This is actually a little mini katana blade that I got when I was probably like 8 years old from a Japanese student, and I still have it around, and I keep it on my desk. And it's the coolest letter opener I've ever had. All right, so let's see what we've got inside. Here is the inside of the box. Okay, so let's go through the contents here. First up, we have our pattern, which is a crocheted hat we call Billow. It uses a puff stitch, and I'm going to talk more about this pattern in just a second. Let's take a look at what else is in the kit. Okay, here is a package of removable stitch markers. There are 20 stitch markers in here, and they're these really cool black kind of like circular safety pin markers. Some of you will get black markers, and some of you will get brass colored markers. It's at random, so I don't know who's getting what. And this is a brand that we are beginning to launch called Morning Song Mercantile, which is going to be for crafting tools like scissors, darning needles, stitch markers, just really any accessories that you might need and notions. We're going to begin curating really great products like this under that brand name. So you guys are the first to get anything from that. And that's one of the things that we are trying to do with the Black Sheep Society, is you're kind of getting a first peek at what we're working on here at Argyle Sheep before anybody else has a chance to experience it. So so this is a sneak peek at a new brand that we're releasing. And also you'll use these in the project, so that's nice and useful. Again, we have a sachet of cedar here, and we have 3 balls of Zephyr DK yarn. We figured not everybody had their a ball winder, so we pre-wound the balls for you with a center pull ball, so you can just grab it right from the middle and get ready to go. Now you'll notice that there are 2 white balls and 1 ball in our coral color. The reason for that is, even though this hat pattern uses 2 balls of 1 color, we wanted to give you the option to do a 2-colored version of the hat if you felt like it. So what you can do is, in the instructions, after you've worked a few inches in the pattern, then you'll be able to switch to the other color and have kind of like a color block effect. And then you've got an extra ball of yarn to do whatever you want with. So you can make another accessory if you like, or just play and have fun. So let's take a look at this hat pattern. I've got the sample here, all finished up here. Billow is a really nice, airy, slouchy hat. Again, this is all crocheted. So the band of the hat here is done in a back loop stitch, that the single crochet, back loop single crochet, that creates this sort of ribbing effect. It looks kind of like a knitted rib. And then you pick up the stitches on the side of the band and work up. And you do that in this puff stitch pattern. And so it's really nice and squishy. They're like little pillows that are like puffs of air. So that's sort of where we came up with the idea of calling it Billow. And then we just decrease at the top in pattern, so you have this really kind of cool look to the top of the fabric. So that is our crochet box for this month. I'm just going to put these items back in here because someone is going to probably going to get that kit. And let's see if there's any more questions real quick. Let's see. Helen says the hat looks gorgeous. Thank you. I'm really excited about how it turned out. Also, with the hat, there's a code on that card that will allow you to access the video class that walks you through all the steps. So if you have never done a hat or you've never done a puff stitch before, we explain step by step the entire process of making the hat pattern. So you'll really not have any issues with finishing the project at all. Another thing I want to mention, that when you join the Black Sheep Society, you get access to our private forum. So there are a few hundred people that are already members that are making projects along with you, sharing their progress, as well as offering advice and help as you go along, as well as our team of moderators, which are in there checking every day to make sure that you have all of your questions answered. So someone said, will the pattern for the hat be available for those who didn't get February's box? And yes, so here's how it works. We keep these exclusive to the Black Sheep Society for 3 months, okay? So you'll get first access to any of these projects and patterns, except for the sewing ones, obviously. And they will go live on Argyle Sheep 3 months later, right? And then what we are doing is, if you're a member of the Black Sheep Society, you'll be able to either buy patterns or full kits for months that you missed right away. So you won't have to wait until they go up on argylesheep.com before you can get access. So. Someone's asking if the February kits have been sent out. No, they haven't been sent out yet. We were waiting on a few items to arrive, and right now we're just in the process of making sure everything's packed and ready to go. They should be shipping out tomorrow and or Saturday, and then it'll take, you know, a few days depending on where in the country you are. So if you live in Maine, it's going to take a lot longer to get there from here than if you live in LA. Someone says that they live 2 blocks away. Is it possible to pick up your package each month? It is possible, but we don't have a way to discount the shipping option. So you would still be paying for shipping and handling, even though you would pick it up in the store. So. Okay, sorry, just reading in the question in the box. Okay, so let's move on to our last kit, which is the knitting kit. Now, here's what I want to let you know. We work out the projects so that the kits are basically the same for knitting and crochet. So all of the items inside both kits are pretty much the same except for the pattern. So instead of just showing you the kit again, okay, what I'm gonna do is show you a new tier that we're gonna be introducing this month. We don't have it available tonight, but it will be up by tomorrow. And that's what we're calling the Golden Fleece Club, okay? So we're taking the projects that we are working with for that month, and we're pairing them with a luxury yarn instead of the regular yarns that we're doing. Now, we don't have a luxury option for the sewing right now. If we can figure that out, then we'll introduce that later. But for the knitting, you can upgrade to the Golden Fleece Club, and you'll get a luxury yarn included instead of the standard yarn. So let's take a look at one of our Golden Fleece kits here. All right, so we have our pattern. This pattern we call Santiago. It is a fisherman's rib hat. And we do some cool things with the color of the yarn. I'm gonna show you a little bit more about this hat in just a second, but let's take a look inside the box. You get a flyer for a coupon to get a discount on buying Zephyr DK. That's included in all of the yarn kits for this month. And you can see all the colors for the yarn on the back here and a little bit about the yarn. Again, we've got the stitch markers, okay? And our cedar sachet that goes inside there. I love the way that smells. And in this box, we've included 2 balls of what used to be called Pepperberry. Now they've changed their name to Lux Adorna. This is 100% cashmere yarn, okay? Now this yarn's a little bit more expensive, so we could only afford to put 2 balls in here instead of 3, but you do get the 2 different colors here. And this is a DK weight yarn. It is partially spun, it is spun in the, I'm sorry, it's plied in the US. They do it in just outside of Boise, Idaho. And It's just really gorgeous, luscious yarn. And I'm going to show you the project here. This is it knit up in the cashmere. And then this is it knit up in the Zephyr DK. Again, you can choose if you have the standard level, if you want to make a solid version of the hat, or you can do the 2-color version if you want. And that's not something that we'll be doing every month, but we just thought it would be fun this month. So this hat is, what we've done is we take 2 strands of yarn and knit them together at once. And so you actually get almost 4 strands of yarn sort of piled on top of each other in the fisherman's rib portion. And then what we do is we switch one strand to the other color here, and that gives you sort of this variegated section. And then we switch again at the top to the second color. And so now you've got sort of like a gradient almost thing happening in the pattern. I'm not going to put on these hats because hats don't look very good on me. And again, you do get a video class that goes with the project that walks you through every step. So if you've never done fisherman's rib before, we make it incredibly, incredibly easy for you to do. So what you'll do is on your pattern card on the back, we have this little section here with the code. You can either scan it with your phone to go to the download page, and then there's a code right here at the bottom that you enter in to redeem your class. And then you have lifetime access to that class. So it doesn't matter if you cancel your subscription, you'll always be able to go back to the class if you want to make that project again and again. All right, so that is the 3 projects that we have this month. Again, the billow hat pattern and the Santiago fisherman's rib pattern. So let's take a look and see if there's any other questions real quick. Anna wants to know, are the kits different prices? So the knitting and crochet kits are the same. They start at $34 a month, and then there's $6 shipping and handling every month. So it comes out to $40, and then you get discounts for the longer you sign up for. So if you sign up for 3 months, then you get a bit of a discount. The biggest discount that you'll get is if you sign up for a full year at one time. But when you sign up for 3, 6, or a year, you pay all at once for the whole time, and then you'll get the discount as a result. So now everybody wants me to put on the hat. No, I'm not going to do that. Because here's why. I don't have any hair, and so my ears like stick out in hats, and so I look kind of funny in the hats. So Pepper says that she doesn't have a smartphone. Is there a way to get to a class? There's also a link on that code that you can just type in, and it'll take you to the page. And you can log into the back end of the site, and there's a dashboard that has a link to all the classes, and you can just click on that, and that will take you to the class section. So what will be the price for the Golden Fleece level versus standard? It's going to be about double. Not quite double, but pretty close to double. Yeah, so if you're paying, I would say if you're paying $40 a month, it won't be quite 80. It'll probably be like 75, around there. So we'll be introducing that probably tomorrow on the website. And the hats are one size fits all. The billow hat pattern is actually designed in a way where you determine the size. So there's no gauge for this hat pattern. It's all based off of how long you want to make the headband to fit your head, and then from there you work the pattern going up. So someone asked if I do all of the classes. I don't do the sewing classes, but right now I am filming the knitting and the crochet classes. Although as this grows and we add more people to the team, we'll have new teachers coming in to help. Yeah. So we did a pre-sale of this back in October, and we called the standard level at that time silver, and we had a silver plush option that had a bonus kit with it. So the standard level now is silver, and if you had the standard level then, that hasn't gone away. It's just gonna be something a little bit different. Basically, it's just the patterns with no kits, but we're not offering that option anymore. I'm not gonna put the hat on, guys. Sorry, I don't give in to peer pressure. Not even from my own employees, Amy. All right, so I have more time to answer questions, and then we'll select the winner for tonight. Someone says, will I receive both the February and March boxes this month? Yeah, we won't have any of the, we don't anticipate having any of the logistical issues this coming month that we did this last month, since this was our first one. Our lead times have been a little bit shorter, so not everybody can work that quickly, and so we sort of had to just wait on the suppliers. We'll be putting in our orders for this month a lot further ahead of time, so we shouldn't have those same issues. So, can you go back and purchase the February box? We will be putting that as an option. If you become a member, then you'll be able to purchase past boxes. So that option's not up in the site right now, but once you log in, there'll be a link probably tomorrow or Saturday for you to go back and buy previous boxes. So all of the yarns are going to probably have some type of wool in them. That's just what's the most prevalent, and unless it's the luxury yarns will probably have more like alpaca and a few other fibers, but you're going to have predominantly animal fibers. We're not doing any just cotton or just silk or just bamboo yarn right now. If we get a big enough demand for them, then we may introduce an option like that. But as we're small right now, we wanted to focus on meeting the needs of the largest amount of our audience. And while we don't want to discriminate against those that can't use animal fibers, it's still a small portion of our audience as a whole. So, will the yarn ever be acrylic? Probably not. If we ever start doing like a kids box, then maybe, but. Can you buy other boxes, not just sewing boxes? Individual boxes, sure. And you can have more than one subscription at a time. So if you wanted to have sewing box and the knitting box, then you can do that as well. Like, that's perfectly fine. So, will the wool be superwash? Not every time. It might be sometimes. It really just depends on the yarn that we're working with at that time. So. Let's see. Are they going to be animal welfare friendly? Sometimes, maybe. I mean, we don't. It's not something that we're filtering for. It's not that we don't care about the welfare of animals, but it's not part of like what we're trying to do. as a mission for Black Sheep Society, that would just really limit the number of companies that we could work with. And not that those companies do bad things to animals as a whole, it's just that they maybe aren't paying attention to that or monitoring that directly in a way that we can verify. And so it would just be really challenging for us to keep doing that. So. Let's see. Any chance of color selection in the months to come? That's a great question. No. So why is that the case? Mostly because any level of complexity that we add to something like this just makes it really hard for us to keep from making mistakes, right? We want to make sure that everybody has a great experience. And so having to make sure that this person gets this color and this person gets this color, especially if we grow to, you know, a membership that's in the thousands, it's really just really hard for us to try and keep track of that stuff. And so what we're doing instead is sticking predominantly with neutral colors. And so it's going to be mostly neutral grays, browns, probably not a solid black, but like charcoal colors, and you know, light colors like the sand dollar here. There's going to be sort of the direction that we go for that. So. Is the class free with the box subscription, or is there another charge? It is free. So, I mean, you pay for the kit and the class together, so it all comes together. So will the first shipment when I pre-order in October be this month? Yes. So it's going out, again, it'll be going out this weekend, and then we'll be shipping out March shipments the last week of March. Also, the cutoff every month is the 19th at 9 p.m. Pacific. So if your order comes in after that, you'll be signed up for the next month. So if you signed up February 20th this year or February 19th at 9:05 p.m., that order has to go towards the March shipment. So that's an important cutoff date. We don't want to get angry emails from people saying like, hey, I ordered on the 19th. We have to do the cutoff unless there's some extraneous circumstances where a mistake was made or something like that. And we've made an arrangement with you directly through the support team. June says, are the designs going to be mostly wearable accessories for knit and crochet, where you have projects like homewares, totes, etc.? We're probably going to do mostly garments, wearable accessories, things like that. Obviously, we're not going to be able to do like a sweater because that's just too much yarn for the price point that we're doing. But we do have plans for bonus kits that will be available to members only, that will have projects that are a bigger scale. Any plans for seasonal themed projects? The only thing that we're going to do seasonally is we'll do our best to match the project to the time of year, but we're not going to do like a Santa hat for Christmas. Like that's not going to, or like holiday themed type things. That's not what we'll be doing. So. Let's see. How many hours, days approximately will it take to complete each project, assuming a medium speed? So for this month, for the sewing project, you could, if you are relatively familiar with the sewing machine, probably take you about 30 minutes to make the t-shirt. The hardest part really is the collar, and just making sure that you get that even. But beyond that, it's pretty simple. So maybe a maximum, that one will take you an hour. The sewing projects are always going to go faster. For projects like this hat, I made this hat in about 6 hours. I was trying to go a little bit faster, so I would say that you're probably looking between 6 and 8 hours, depending on how fast you are with crochet. I would say probably something similar for the hat, and we're really gearing the projects towards being able to finish them within a week or two maximum. So you're not going to need the whole month to make the project, but you'll have more time if you need it. When will standard members from the original Black Sheep Society, the pre-sale, be able to access their patterns? As soon as we ship everything out, we'll open up access to the patterns on the website. Let's see. Amy, someone has a question about the incentives that were included with the original pre-sale. Can you have them email us about that? If you haven't received your incentives yet for ordering the pre-order, then email us and we'll figure that out for you. So, will there be a forum for a knit along type of discussion? Yes, we do have a forum built into the back end of the Black Sheep Society. Let's see, will the kits offer something different each month? Yes, they will always be accessory type projects, but they will be different every month. So we currently have worked with about 10 different designers, 6 knitting designers and 6 crochet designers. And so we have projects lined up for the next few months already. Will we send out emails to remind you when new kits are available? Yes, we will let you guys know when those are coming out. So I'm sorry if I've missed any of your questions. I'm doing my best to follow along in the chat room. Oh, someone asked about the bonus kits. So a bonus kit would be like a bigger project. It's not necessarily a free kit. It's just it'll be a bigger kit than what we normally do. So it's not included in your normal subscription. It'll be above and beyond that, but it'll only be available to members. Will you know what's inside the kits ahead of time? Not exactly. What we'll be doing is giving hints. So some hints will be bigger than others. So on that note, let's show you the themes for this next month. I'm going to pull up those images for you real quick, and then these are going to go up on the site probably tomorrow morning. So you can subscribe today, but you'll see these on the website tomorrow. So let's, I'll get these pulled up for you real quick. All right, so we'll start with sewing. And I'm gonna do a screen share here. Sorry, the sun's gone down, so my lighting has changed. So our theme for March is shirt. So I knew we did t-shirt this last month. This month, our theme is shirt. And this is our sewing project. For crochet, our theme is wattle, not waddle like a duck, wattle. So if you're familiar with a crochet wattle stitch, our project will be using that technique. And finally, our knitting theme is brick. So you can kind of get an idea of what the project's gonna be like. So we'll go through that one more time. Shirt, wattle, and brick. You'll see more information about each one of these on the website tomorrow. Okay, so before we announce the winner of our giveaway, I want to let you guys know that you can sign up tonight and get, if you've not joined before, we have a special discount. You can get $10 off your first month if you join at the monthly level. Okay, so what you'll do is you enter the code, the coupon code when you're checking out, unbox216. So maybe Amy can put that in the chat room for all you guys, but it's unbox216, and that will give you $10 off your first month. So it'll make it $30. That's like 25% off your first month. It's a really great deal. And if you go to the Black Sheep Society website, which is black.argylesheep.com/share, okay, and you share use the form on the site to share. In fact, I'll just show it to you right now real quick. So if you go to this site, you'll see this form. You can also click on the button that says earn $10. And if you share this with your friends, either through email, Facebook, or on Twitter, and they sign up for the Black Sheep Society, you also get $10 to spend at argylesheep.com. So that's basically a free ball of yarn for you. And that's unlimited. So for as many people sign up, you'll get a coupon code for $10 of credit to argylesheep.com. You'll also be able to use that to purchase kits once they're released on argylesheep.com. So that's a really great way to get some free stuff just for letting people know about the Black Sheep Society. Super easy, simple. Just earn $10 when you invite a friend. And that's at black.argylesheep.com/share. All right. And then don't forget that when you order to enter the coupon code. The link for the coupon code is at the top of the checkout page. So you just click that link and then enter in your coupon code, and it will be credited to your account, the $10. Now, if you want to sign up for 3, 6, 10, 12 months, and you still want the discount, just email us and we'll refund you the $10, okay? So you can just email black@argylesheep.com and say, hey, I just became a member, but I couldn't use the coupon code. Can I get the discount anyways? Just with the way the system's set up, we weren't able to have that apply to the subscription without it giving you the discount every single time, so. All right, so that's all that I've got for you tonight. We're just almost to about an hour here this evening. I want to thank you all for joining us, and I am going to have Amy pick a number between 1 and 110. And then we will find out who's our winner for tonight. Yes, my daughter is here running around in the background, so she is making some noise. 72. All right, we're going to do our best to find out where 72 is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 41, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, our winner is MIB underscore 45 PJMO. Which they're idle right now. So if they don't respond, they've been idle for 21 minutes, it says. I apologize if that's not exactly 72 because there's things moving around in the chat room, but I believe that's pretty close. So MIB underscore 45 PJMO. Let's see.
I don't think so. It's open to
JMO. So we just need you to respond to us. Hopefully they realize that they've been picked. If we don't hear from them in the next minute, then we will pick a new winner. So the winner is going to get a free kit. So it'll be redeemable for our gift option, which is just a single month. It's not a subscription. All right. Well, we didn't get the a response from our winner, so we're going to pick a new winner. I'm not going to. We'll just pick at random really quickly here, and I'm going to go with Imogen Alexander. So if you can email us at black@argylesheep.com, we will get back to you with your redemption code. Imogen Alexander. Okay, guys, that's it. Thank you all for joining us. This is recorded, so you'll be able to watch later. If you are watching the recording, obviously there's no chat room for us to respond to. But thank you all for joining us tonight. We will be doing more events like this, not just unboxings, but we'll be doing live interviews with some of our designers, some of the yarn companies and the fabric companies that are involved. We'll probably be doing a new one of these every week or two, so you can expect to see us on a Wednesday or a Thursday, probably next week. So thanks so much for joining us, and we will see you guys next time.